today's lecture is about information exchange between the tax authority. Sometimes Japanese tax authorities and tax authority, for example, in the US or the other countries, they exchange the information to capture your incomes in overseas. So, what information will be exchanged between the tax authorities? I say that it's the information exchange between the tax authorities, so they exchange the information. For example, like a tax return, your tax return in the other country, or financial statement, or they can even exchange the contract or invoices, or the record of the interviews if they have these things. And of course, they exchange the record of your bank account in overseas and in Japan. So, how many information exchanges are conducted in 2014? There are three types of the information exchange they do. The first one is by request. Tax authority in Japan requests the other country's tax authority to provide the information. And the second type is voluntary. If the tax authority finds some useful information for the tax authority in the other country, they will provide the information voluntarily. And the third one is automatic information exchange. So obviously the automatic information exchanges, the number are the most. So this is the example of information exchanges by request. In this case, say the country B's individual is let's say the company A is importing a product from the country B, and the company B individual, this individual is providing the services to help the import by the company A. But actually, this guy is not doing anything. He's a relative of the president of company A, and company A is paying the fee to the individual B, but individual B is not doing anything. So how the tax authority will find out this fact is Japanese tax authority will conduct a tax audit, and they see the expenses to pay to the individual B, which is the relatives of the company A's president, and the Japanese tax authority doubts that whether the individual B is providing the services to the company A. So they request the information to the country B's tax authorities, and tax authorities in country B's will have the information of the individual probably by tax returns, and if the individual is providing the services to company A, they are recognizing the revenues and file the tax return, but there is no such a fact. So the country B's tax authority provided that information, and then the Japanese tax authority found out that the expenses are fictitious. The next case is the voluntary information exchanges. Let's say the country B's tax authority conducted a tax audit, and the company B is providing the same as the previous case, the import support services. In this case it's different. Company A is providing the import support services to the company B, and company B is paying the fee by cash. So this country B's tax authority thought that maybe the company A is not realizing the revenues in Japan. So the country B provide this information to the Japanese tax authority that company B is paying the money to company A, and Japanese tax authorities realize that the company A is not recording any revenues from the company B. This is a case for the voluntary information exchange. The third one is automatic information exchange. Automatic information exchanges are like basically done for the passive types of the income, like dividend, real estate income, royalty, salary, and capital gains. If like by this automatic information exchanges, Japanese tax authority can know that the Japanese people have the bank account in overseas and they are receiving the dividend over there. The Japanese tax authority will, capture that fact and ask the individual or company to pay the tax for it. So this, there's a new law introduced from 2019, which is called automatic exchange of information on financial account of non-resident. So what will happen is, the financial institution like a bank will have the obligation to report the bank account information of a non-resident to the tax authorities, and they will exchange the information of the bank account once in a year. So this will starting from 2019. So before, even though the Japanese Japanese resident has the bank account in country B and receiving the revenue in the country B, the Japanese tax authority don't notice about that fact. But if this automatic exchange system is for non-resident is introduced, the tax authority can find the fact, can capture the overseas incomes more easily compared to the before. So please file the tax return for overseas income. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed this channel. If you like it, please subscribe. See you next time.